So I'm at the gas station, you know, and I'm filling up the new SURECAN, one of the new SURECANs. So I open it up, right, to put to pour the oil, you know, the two cycle oil in it, right? Look at this, man. Look at this, what they got right there. That is a damn, y'all see that? I don't know if y'all can see that, but that's like, I guess, to keep debris out. But of course it opens in the center there. You can see, so you can stick the gas nozzle in there, but trying to pour that oil in there, it spilled out everywhere because the oil neck ain't long enough to get past that yeah. Y'all see, man, it's always something out here, dude. Here we go. Y'all know what it is, man. It is Thirsty Thursday, man. And you know, we're in Georgia, so we're still cutting lawns, y'all. For real. So we got about, we ain't doing a lot of money, but for what we got in it, we're gonna be doing okay. So, you know, I gotta go by the dealer over there, and Christian is going to meet me at the gas station over here. I need to fill that truck up with fuel. It's always something, man. What else I got going on? That's about it. We need to get, I need ethanol-free fuel in everything. I need fuel in everything. Fuel seems to always be something that I need. It just doesn't never end. It seems like, you know, the more trucks you have, and the more mowers you have, you gotta scale your money accordingly so you can cover all the fuel, right? Because the fuel is becoming a big factor, man. I put $90 in this truck yesterday and it didn't even fill it all the way up. Of course, it was low. But of course, where I went and got fuel at, they didn't have ethanol free. I'm not buying nothing but ethanol free fuel, man. So, and I know that. I'll go out of my way to get it. And if you can get ethanol free fuel in your area, now is the time to really get it, because in the wintertime there's a lot more moisture in the fuel just in general, you know. There's a lot more moisture, at least down here where I'm at, on the ground, and you don't use it as fast. You use it fast, but you don't use it as fast as you do in the summertime. You know, you're basically just blowing, you know. So, you know, the fuel has got to be top-notch fuel, man. And I've been around a lot of people that, you know a lot of people that swear, oh, I can't, that steel stuff is crap, it won't start, blah blah blah. 9 times out of 10, y'all, it's the fuel. Just saying, it is. I have, in my personal history with steel, since I've been in business, I have never taken a steel weed eater back for anything, because the first thing I do when it starts acting up, or chainsaw when it starts acting up, is I dump the fuel out and I put fresh fuel in it. That's what I do. And I ain't talking about fresh fuel in the can. I'm talking about fresh fuel that I just got from the gas station, and it's ethanol free. And ever since I started using ethanol free fuel, I have no problems with fuel, or starting, or anything like that there, you know. So just something to think about, you know. There's a lot of people, you know, swear by their equipment by, you know, how it starts or it don't start. You know, all my stuff starts, man. Now, if you don't use it every day, well, you better put good fuel in it, because it will not start. Steel is notorious for that. It don't like cheap fuel. And especially if it's fuel sits. Like, I have one of those, you know, M55 guard, little chillers, little bitty chiller that it still makes, and it sits sometimes for 6, 7, 8 months, even a year, and I don't even try to crank it if the fuel's been sitting in it a year. A lot of times, I try to let it run out of fuel, but sometimes I forget and things happen. Y'all know, man. So, but if I don't put ethanol free in that tank, that sucker won't hardly even run. It won't crank, and I don't know what everybody else does, but when these things won't crank to me, and and you done pulled the nasty fuel up into the carb or whatever, then what I do is I just get some starting fluid. I take the air filter off, and I just shoot a little starting fluid up in there and get it going. And then I'm aware that I need to, once that fuel tank runs out, I don't need to put that, I need to make sure I put good fuel in it. And over the last, I don't know, probably about the last 8 years or so, I don't use nothing but ethanol free. If I don't use ethanol free, it's not normal. I have to be in a bad spot, not to use ethanol free. Ethanol free only. So when I went to the steel dealer, man, I got me and my buddy some a couple of hats. These are cool looking hats here. This is a new steel hat that they got out. I do little things like this for the guys that work with me when they are, focused and on point and are really trying. I like to do things for them that, because, the dealer damn near gives me these hats if I ask them, because I spend so much money with them. They don't really, they're not, I've actually have gotten a box of hats before from them for like $30, like for 24 hats or something like that. I think these hats, he charged me about $8 each for them. That's chump change, man, when you're out here in the game, like Ray is, So, yeah. So, I've been enjoying the live streams, y'all, that everybody's been doing. Float Dizzle. I got on there with Mark Linton and Drew last night. Well, I didn't get on the panel because I don't really like doing that. But I was in the comments, and I like being in the comments. In the wintertime, there's a lot more free time. Well, a couple of reasons why. It gets dark earlier too, so I got more time. Also, I'm not as busy, so there's that too. But ethanol free, mandatory. So I called the dealer this morning. They got the bearings in stock. I'm gonna go and replace both of them. Might as well. FYI, y'all, we're over $100 in fuel already, and I ain't put a drop in a lawnmower. Hell no, I can't cut your grass for $25. Not even close. I'm going up, man. I'm gonna be going up on a lot of my customers, man. When I started, man, I had a $40. I do a $40 minimum, and as time went on, I have kind of, I've gotten off of that, and for new customers, about the first 5 or 6 years, it was $40, or I couldn't do it. And then, a lot of those customers moved, died, and sold their house and blah, blah, blah. But as I took on new customers, I come in at $50 minimum. But I still have a few 40, right? A few 40s, not many, maybe 5 out of, 90 or 100 accounts, whatever I got, I'm not sure. And I'm going up on all of them. I don't care if you're a little old lady or not, because it's damn near costing me to do that, right? So I'm not gonna continue to do them for $40. I just can't. You can't, man. Everything is more expensive. I just can't. I don't care. You know, and if customers want to drop me for that, then that's what they'll have to do. I find it hard to believe that anybody can do these properties that I'm doing for 40, can do them any you know, well, they certainly can't do them cheaper than 40. And for me to justify 40, I need to be able to have all their neighbors, you know. And if you got to drive over here for 40, it ain't hardly worth it now. It just ain't, you know. You know, last night in the live, but we were talking about, you know, bi-weekly and weekly lawns and all of that. Down here where I'm at, I don't know about where anywhere else, but where I'm at, you're not gonna be able to stay in business every week. You're not gonna be able to. People are not gonna let you come every week. I mean, you might get. Yeah, I got some, but 98% of them is every 2 weeks, man. That's just how it is down here. I mean, so over the, you know, as I've evolved and built the business based on that concept, it's just a matter of getting more customers, right? That's all it is. And that's really paid dividends for me, because when you get more customers, you got to have more. If you're going weekly and you're doing all them lawns weekly, then you can, you don't have to have as many customers as somebody that's going bi-weekly. So to make the same money, right? So I just have more customers, and it really, I have enough customers to where I can go bi-weekly and I'm making money and I'm staying covered up with work. The biggest thing is you got more customers, because you have to have more customers, right, to do bi-weekly than weekly. If you're going to a property every week, you can do you can have, you know, 40 customers, and man, you're doing good. But what happens when the work slows down and the wintertime comes in, you don't have as many contacts. See, I got a lot of contacts because I built the business on an every 2 week rotation. And I'm so used to that, and I know the market here where I live at. Now, I don't know. Now, if you up in the north, you know, probably from, you know, Tennessee up, there's a lot of fescue probably, and they want it every week. And, you know, down here, I mean, I'm set up in such a way, y'all, I don't want to do it every week. I don't want to do the properties every week. That sounds crazy, right? But I don't. Every week ain't happening. That ain't where it's at, man. It ain't. Because every week, it doesn't need it. Sometimes it does, sometimes it don't. But I know up north that the fescue grows a lot faster, a lot fuller, a lot thicker, you know. So, you know, that's the biggest difference. I also know difference in the south and the north, you know. I got some OCD customers that got money, and it ain't about having a lot of money or not, that want the yard done every week. Point blank, every week. Got to get done every week. And, you know, I don't really like those customers. And I mean, I'm not striving to get weekly customers at this point. Now, if I was starting out and I knew I could get everybody on weekly, then that would be good. But down here where I'm at, that's not going to happen. You're not going to do everybody's weekly. You just have to, you know, and then if you got 10 bi-weeklies and on a route with 2 weeklies on the same route, right? Well, on that week that you're not doing the bi-weeklies and you're having to go out there and do the weeklies, you're not making nothing, because it's costing you the same to do them as if you were doing the 10. You see? Got to be thinking like that out here. I do. You know, I don't know how everybody else thinks. I ain't been to business school. I ain't a business major. I ain't any of that there. But I got plenty of common sense, and if it's costing me blah blah to do this, then I know that, you know, because I feel it. And I'm all about being efficient, and that's just how I roll, man. But if I was starting out and I could get 40 or 50 weeklies and then stick to it. See, down here, a lot of times these folks don't even want to stick to the 2 weeks. You know, it's a challenge sometimes. But I don't. In my business, I don't pretty much ruled all them out. I pretty much got all the crabby customers out. There's a lot of customers out here that, you know, want somebody to cut their grass, but they ain't got the money to pay nobody to cut their grass. And those are the ones that are really hard to deal with, because, well, they're always wanting to nitpick, and then they're always wanting to, you know, push you off another week, and say, hey, during the summer, you can't push me off a week. If I can't come every 2 weeks, I'm not going to do the property. And that's an understanding I have with all my customers. I don't have it in writing. That's a verbal communication I have with them. The first time that they tell me I don't think it needs it, and they're on the rotation for the 2 weeks, the first time they tell me they don't think it needs it, then I tell them, well, I'm not going to be able to do the property anymore then, because I'm not going to be, you know, coming over here next week when I don't have anything else going on. The customers have got to help you be efficient if they want to not pay a lot of money, or if they want to be, you know, in a price zone that they're comfortable with, right? Well, see, a lot of customers, especially new in the game, the customers that you're getting, if you're new out here and you're just starting out and all that, see, you're getting all the shitty customers. You know, not all of them, but you're getting the ones that go through landscapers and lawn maintenance guys. And if they go through a lot of them, there's usually a reason why. And usually the reason why is about money or pickiness, or them wanting to play games about when you come and all that. You know, I done got rid of all of them, so they're out there for all the younger guys just starting out, and you'll have to go through them too to get to a point of where you're confident in your customer base and what you are doing out here. I'm just not gonna let the customer put it off and all that and throw me off where I'm doing twice the work at the same money. Nope, I'm not gonna do that. So, but the customers all know that, and they know that I'll do anything I can on their properties, you know, to make up for whatever the grass don't need. You know, you know, I mean, I'll blow out garages, you know, do other things, you know, to justify. I'm always going to run the mower over the grass, though. It ain't going to hurt it, you know. And the majority of my yards are Bermuda yards, you know, and trashy, weedy yards, you know. So I got the bearing. They gave me 2 bearings, so I'm gonna go on and put 2 new bearings on there. Get over here and it shouldn't take me long. I got everything I need. See, I put everything I need on the deck of the mower last night. You know, I even got gloves, you know, because the new bearings, I'm gonna have to, you know, make sure grease gets in the bearings. So yeah, it's all good, man. It's all good. We're gonna do it to it, man. That's where we're at. That's what we do, man. It's gonna be a nice day, it looks like. They're calling for rain tomorrow, so, you know, yeah. I'll see. I'm gonna save that bearing. Y'all will see, man. Ready to rock and roll. Let's go make some money now, y'all. All right, y'all. Here we go. So we got 2, 3. we got 4 done. I'm headed to the 5th one. He's wrapping up that one. I'm gonna do the 5th one by myself. And then we got those 2 big ones, which is all mower. You know, we were talking last night in the chat about, you know, about mulch and there is money in mulch, you know. There is money in mulch. But there's money in a lot of other stuff too. I don't do a lot of mulch. I got 2 or 3 customers, maybe 4 customers that will have me do mulch once a year. But I charge them, and I charge them good, man. And it's got to be during a time when I ain't got nothing else going on. It can't be in the midst of the season or nothing, because, well, there's money in it, but you're gonna work for that money. And I got a dump trailer, and I know that I'm gonna work for that money, you know. So, you know, that's part of it too, you know. But as you get older and evolve, I'll leave that stuff to the young men, the younger men than me. With me, I used to do mulch when I had time. You know, I had more time back in the day, of course, because I didn't have as many customers as I got now. Now I've kind of refined the business to where a machine can do most of the work. But with the mulch, there just ain't that much money in mulch. And I got so many customers that need the lawn mowed, right? That I'd much rather sit on a lawnmower and making, you know, 60 or 70 bucks an hour minimum, and being able to do that all the time than to do the mulch. Because the mulch requires a lot of labor and a lot of, you know, gotta go get the mulch. You gotta, you know, and I used to do a pretty good bit, but over time I have let the machines just kind of take over, you know. That's, you know, that's kind of been the business model. I want the machine to do everything, y'all. I don't want to have to shovel nothing. I know there's money in it, and I guess if I didn't have machine work to do, right, then I would do more of the manual labor. But the way I built the business on every 2-week deal, I got so many customers. There's always something to do with the machine. Always. Seems like. Always. But when I bought my dump trailer, I bought the dump trailer to do firewood and, you know, and mulch, you know. And a dump trailer is critical to have, even though I don't use it every day or nothing. It's a good thing to have, you know. Sort of like, you know, some of the attachments for the Bobcat, you know. Sometimes you have to buy things just so you have them on standby. And if you use them periodically, you can make a lot more money, you know. I don't like doing mulch because of the labor. Even though I got a dump trailer, I still don't like doing mulch. And I don't have time at the end of the day. And I'm not trying to really make a lot of time to do mulch. I mean, I can get, you know, $130 to $150 a yard mulch. I pay about 28 bucks a yard. That's what I pay for it. And I charge about $150 a yard installed. So there's money in it. It's just that labor is, you know, and I don't do a whole lot of work, to be honest with y'all. I don't do a whole lot of work outside of my customer base. So people can't call me and have me do the mulch and nothing else, and I'm not maintaining the yard. See, I'm exclusive, man. I don't know if that's the right way to be or the wrong way to be. I don't like dealing outside of my customer base on any work, nowhere, no how, no time, anytime. And that model has seemed to work pretty good for me, you know, because it saves me a lot of a lot of stuff. It saves me from having to market too much. It saves me from the headache of having to negotiate money. It saves me from people not knowing my true self, you know. Because, you know, if you're a homeowner and you got a contractor coming over there, you automatically, at least for me, I automatically assume he's trying to get deeper in my pocket, you know. Because my customers, they know if I'm trying to get deeper in their pocket, it's justified, it's warranted, and they also know that my pricing is pretty steady. It's, you know, it's pretty, you know, consistent, you know, as far as anything outside of the lawn care. I just tell my customers other stuff that I can do, and then they make the determination if they want me to come and do it. And 9 times out of 10, they're going to want me to come and do it, because a homeowner or a commercial company, they don't really want to have 5 different contractors on site if they don't have to. You know, they'd rather have one guy they go to do all the landscape needs. Now, I don't do a lot of sketchy gutters, though I could now that I got the lift, but I haven't really marketed toward that, you know. Because, well, not one thing is I don't know how to charge, and I stay so busy with everything else that I don't hardly have time. I will have to incorporate that into the business model. But I don't market at all. So I'm saving money some kind of way without marketing. I mean, y'all see, I stay pretty busy, you know. I stay as busy as I want to stay, you know, pretty much. I turn down work sometimes, you know, it's just according. But I stay pretty busy without any marketing. So if somebody's marketing, right, and they're spending, I don't know, say they're spending $350 on flyers or whatever, you know, and they're marketing, and they're spending the time to go around and put these things on mailboxes in yards or wherever they put them, you know, all of that, while they're doing all of that, I'm making money. See, I'm actually doing the work. And so my number can be a little bit more friendly, just for, you know, it can be, because it's costing them more to do a property than it is me if they're going out and marketing, you know, and I'm not. And so I can charge $50 for a yard, and if they charge $50 for the same yard, they're not making as much money as me on that yard, because they had to spend their money, they had to spend money, energy, time, effort, and everything on marketing, and I didn't. So I could theoretically do the yard for $45, and that would appear I'm lowballing, but I'm not really lowballing. I'm just keeping my overhead way down, and I'm still making the same or more money than they are, and I'm not having to market. So I kind of look, that's how I look at marketing and flyers and all of that, now that I, you know, have enough customers to keep me pretty busy, that know me, you know. I don't even like taking the Bobcat and doing work for people I don't know, or not in my customer base, or don't know somebody that knows somebody that's in my customer base. I don't even like that. Now, I'm more inclined to do that, but what I do is in the summertime, while we're out here cutting all these, and I'm doing all these yards, you know, for my bi-weekly customers, I'm talking to them and I'm identifying things on their property that I can do in the wintertime with the skid steer, you know, and that's, you know, I don't have to really sell them, you know. It's a big deal, man. It's a big deal. And I know I'm kind of just rambling, but there's probably some pretty good shit I'm telling you, for real. I don't think nothing about it, because that's just how I think and how I roll and how I've been doing things. And so I'm so used to doing things like this that I don't think nothing about it. When somebody see, like all the guys that have come to work for me over the years, you know, they're like floored stay really busy, I make a lot of money, and I don't, and it doesn't cost me that much, you know. And that's why I'm so super OCD about things too, you know, and I'm working on that, you know. So, you know, it's all good, however you want to do it, but keeping my expenses down, and marketing is an expense, no matter how you look at it. That's how I see it, you know. Marketing can be a pretty expensive expense too, because, well, you are also spending your time, and that's what we sell, you know. I don't want to spend my time doing marketing. What the hell is that? My wife done ordered some crazy shit from Amazon. Big old box. All right, y'all know what it is, man. It's Sammy Time Thursday, y'all. I'll get back with you, man. Peace out.